He wasn't.
Run it back, bitch, don't tell me nothing. 20 stacks, rats just keep on coming. Living large, know my payroll's up. At the bar, I throw away those ones.
Projects that we just need to make more projects that we can bump. Like we need to make more music that you can play in a stadium or not like on some. And that doesn't mean pop. Just make rhythms like songs, man. Really craft songs and care about the mixing and like the choices of sound selection and all of these things. Like when you see Skeppy and that and like when you listen to Konnichiwa, yeah, that's like some That's like some stadium grime, bro. That's why. That's why you can't stop the music from traveling, bro. If it's hard like that, bro, you can't. Like especially in this day and age of internet exposure. But I think that man are so. I think that maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like sometimes even like in my day and age, I used to think that all the MCs my age, a lot of them was focused on just spitting, and I thought like, man, we need to try and make like songs, like songs that can stand up against like next to other genres. Like it's like at the end of the day, in the last 7 years, when this new wave of UK music came through, I think the only thing that happened is like we just didn't elevate into just kind of like seeping into the mainstream sonically all the time. Like, because when you think about Afro swing and when you think about the success that all these artists like Hardy Caprio and Notes had and AJ Tracy when they was coming through with like I just came to relax one time and all that shit, there's like that whole they got the bitches like going, bro. They got the chicks going, bro. Like they got the dance floor going in a way that, and it's like yeah, they got the music thing. They made it. Them man made music in the UK exciting again, like because they brought it. Because before that, bro, this grime thing, I can't lie, most of the fans was man them, bro. Like yeah, obviously there was girls here and there, but like most of the fans was man them, bro. When I like man's privy to the Spotify stats and like all that stuff, it's all dudes, bro. Like, and it's like it's one of them things where it's like there's not I don't I'm not here to disrespect that because that's put money in my pocket and I'm a dude that's a fan of Graham too, but I just mean like if you're talking about elevation, man, it was even for me, bro. I grew up in like the times where man was watching Sean Paul whining with Sasha and them lot on TV. You get it? Like man's on this cool thing, like in real life, like man's like and most people want to see some level of like just vibes and interaction. But then sometimes for me, like I used to feel like sometimes when you're a Grime MC and you do a little jiggy something, people start saying, "Oh, bro, what he's getting a flashy car, he's getting and it's like, what? Like, why not though? Like, you get me? So it's like, yeah, so it's like we've deviated further and further away. And then my brethren used to tell me, I remember when I was just cutting through, and my brethren started telling me when I first started hearing about nines, there's only my niggas that's like doing fraud, getting some type of money. They were the ones listening to him. And I remember my brethren told me, he's like, bro, I like to listen to music where like I can relate to it, bro. Like, and I'm trying to get money or whatever, hustling and that. So it's like I like to make music that makes me want to get money or boom, boom, boom. You get me? And it's like then for me, even as I got older, I got to a certain point where I also want to listen to music that actually matches, like word for word, potentially as much as it can my lifestyle. So it's like, but so if I make a song rapping about MCs, how many people's lifestyle in the world is caring about like what another MC has to say today? So and obviously, look, that's the thing, yeah. There's always gonna be a place for that. I'm not here to disrespect that shit, and there's a lot of men that do that shit amazingly. You get me? But I'm saying, where's the other pockets? You know what I mean? Like even hip hop, yeah. You got your Kendricks, you got your da da da, you got your different pockets of man. You got your Kendricks, you got your Gucci Manes, you got your Little Waynes, you got your Lil Tecas, like you got your Young Thugs, you got your Little Dirks, like you got your Earl Sweatshirts and Tyler the Creators, like you got your Macklemore, you got like in here everyone, even especially for the past couple years, to say like take away Grime in this country, all I hear is man say but bro just said that something and and it's over the bumping. Like like that's all I hear. Like that's like everybody sounds like they're trying to do this new nasal like, and not even the man them. I'm talking about these new youths that aren't from the block, even like kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like this new mainstream way of doing things. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like someone like Central C or whatever. I'm talking about the people that are all cloning what people like him do. Do you know what I mean? It's just turned into this fucking like regurgitation of like people stealing people like Central C's ideas and everyone else, you know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. It's like we don't have a scene full of like bare people who do, and then sometimes when some artists make it, they're extremely alienated because it's like Little Sims don't have 5 Little Sims to work with.
Yeah, she don't.
Like, certain people don't have like what's that Koji Radical and them man found couple grooves, but what's that other? There's another you as well. There's another you. I can't remember what his name is. Shay Lingo. Like Shay Lingo ain't got like 10. Shay Lingo don't have 10 Shay Lingos that's as good as him with as good videos to work with. He don't. So automatically he can't have a community per se. He got to force it, maybe work with people that aren't as good, or he's got to seek international. So because everyone's trying to do, bro just left that something, and he heard the Mac was dumping, and fry that pumpkin. You know what I mean? I could, like, so it's like I just think culturally, like I'm doing my masters now, but I'm gonna go do a PhD after this in fucking like I might do some research type shit, some kind of like music psychology shit, and I kind of want to talk about just like black culture and how it's been molded and what it's been molded by. That's what I want to do my research paper on when I do my PhD. But yeah, shit like that. Because I'm just fascinated by how this happens culturally, how we get to a place where it's like Africans and everyone kind of disbands, maybe slightly disbands their culture to form this new thing called like Black Britishness. But it's kind of like a bland, it's kind of like one of the blandest versions of like black culture that the world has away from like the mainstream world, you know, like just for me personally, I think African culture is vibrant. I think Jamaican Caribbean like culture is completely vibrant, not just like carnival stuff, but just like in general in terms of the wealth of culture, like the reggae, but it's only here where we all just throw our influences to the side and just do what the white target audience want, you know. But that's why in like I've always said in like Jamaica, that girl Kofi, she's gonna make a song about appreciating life. Coffee, yeah, that's the one. She's gonna make a song about appreciating life. Yeah, these girls in England who should be appreciating life more, they're gonna just make a song about dick, drugs, and something else. You get me? But the girl who's in the mountain, where black people still kind of more in touch with like not just Western marketing, telling them that they are who they see in Nike adverts, like. It's like people like that, they make songs about appreciating life, whereas people here make songs about your baby father and you know how he wants to fuck her and stuff. And it's just like I just see that there isn't this, like there's not a fountain of life for black people here. I don't see the top up. I don't see people being nourished, you know, culturally. I see people starving, and I see sometimes artists, one day they're rapping about crud, next minute, because one company told them, I will give you 2 racks if you speak positive, they're doing a poem on positivity, then they're going back to go and talk about shanking next week. You get me? It's just a pick. It's just a pickle. There's such scarce opportunity that artists can't even stand for something. Cause one day 1 week they're talking about shanking, next week they'll go to an anti-knife something if the right brand is involved. So just like our youth are being led by marketing that's forced on us by labels, and we're being not us, me, because I'm not in like this front line right now, but a lot of us black faces are being the ones to sell black children this repeat negative culture, you know. And this like so it's like me, I'm just not into that, bro. I grew up and I got to get to a place where I see life differently, and there's too many things that I question, and they kind of stop me from releasing music in the way that I would if I didn't think the way that I do, you know. That's all it is.
Okay, now I want to ask you about couple new Grime MCs now, yeah. So earlier on you said something that stuck in my head, yeah, and you said that a lot of these. No, it's not a draw out. It's not a draw out.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. Come on, bro. I already told you that man's not on that anyway.
I feel like I just got to say that even for the banner, bro.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. No, trust me. But earlier on, you said something about like the new Grime MCs. A lot of them they've adopted like novelist style of spitting.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion on that and your take on that?
I think
because
that
like, what does that mean for
no, I
Grime?
think it's weird
because you said like with Duppy, like he does the whole like novelist thing.
Like I think like what I saw, I think that basically different times in the time that I've been a grime fan, different styles have been dominant, right? So when I was coming up, it was kind of like you were either kind of like you either really wanted to be underneath that kind of Kano gets kind of retro to the movement, Devlin, they're kind of like put the lyrics and try and be intricate or whatever, or you wanted to be kind of like, you know, Boy Better Know kind of style where it's like they're the masters of doing that shit that sounds simple, but the way that they do it is like an art form. You get me?
Yeah.
There's always been the like, but I feel like like back in the day there was bare youngers running around that sounded like Gets. You get me? And at some point I was one of them. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
there was bare youngers running around sounding like Gets. So my point is, it's like I think that when like I think that Skeppy kind of really won the game of grime in regards to, you know, really going the furthest. So his style became the most notorious, and then obviously it's like with Nov being like his younger. I think I watched a lot of artists. Like I just watched like bare. Like I did see a lot of novelists. Like kind of, you know, people whose style was kind of born in the novelist thing, and I think that because that was the dominant style, it's like a lot of them went that way, and I say that to say it's like I hear a lot of that style, and you know, I guess I'm waiting to hear some other styles as well, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Like I definitely hear that aesthetic, that the square kind of, you know, I can't lie, the square was the blueprint for like the new gen MCs. I think is the square was definitely. It's a shame that they couldn't take it further. But man, I really liked
They
the
broke
square.
up on
Elf
that.
Kid was my little bro as well, so it's like
Mm.
I liked a lot of them, but like yeah, but I'd say like ever since the square came out with new styles, since then I don't think I've heard many like new styles, and I think that because I've been a grime fan for so long and been a nerd about it, I think that I've heard like every flow. So sometimes I do feel like I hear a new person spit, and I hear like maybe a bit of criminal on fuck radio mixed with like this person or someone with this person and that person, and you know, like I get it, I totally get it, but I just think that I guess for my air and like sometimes what I like to hear, I think yeah, man, I definitely want to hear some other styles for sure.
Okay, so you don't want them to carry it on. You want to hear something
No,
different
I'm
now.
not saying man have to stop doing that. I'm saying like everybody's kind of predominantly like gone down that kind of way of flowing and stuff, you know.
Yeah, so you want to hear
Some
something else now,
variation,
something
like as
different.
in from other people, like you get me. Like I'm thinking, you know, because obviously,
Yeah,
if now you've based your identity around that kind of thing, it's like you get me. You're not gonna switch it up because
I think even novelists, they don't even spit bars like that no
yeah,
more.
but like still, but there's certain men that do in it because it's like I guess even when the originator don't do it, there's always a space for bookings for someone else. Like even if you're not gonna get big songs or boom, there's always gonna be like a space for a couple bookings to kind of replicate that Dizzy-esque corner of grime. Because the thing about Nov, when it comes to his sonic aesthetic, I think in a lot of ways he was like the second coming of Dizzy aesthetically, for sure. Like, because obviously they don't sound the same, but in terms of the production, in terms of like, wait there, let me chat about flows. Like, Novelist done an incredible job, like introducing himself to the game. So,
Okay, okay, cool,
because that's the thing as
cool.
well with you see with
Do
Nov's
you
thing as well. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like when people like Skeppy and Nov are doing that style, they're doing it in the best way. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, the best wave,
Yeah, like
yeah,
because
because they he's the
yeah, because
master of
it's
that.
their like style. You know what I
It's their own
mean?
thing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So and the thing about Nov, obviously, he's a style man in it himself. So it's like
Mm,
he does different shit. Like certain man got that thing about them where it's like they care about musicianship so much that they will be able to, whether you like it or not, they will be able to come with something that sounds different just because that's what they do. You know what I mean? But I just think yeah,
mm,
like a lot of man copied the Nov kind of flow, and not necessarily copied because you know, like like was that your intention, or are you just you know like you know I've copied in that
mm,
way, so it's like it's easy to be like it's easy to talk about what people are doing when you've done like when you're like the older person now, but it's like. You know, I like to just factor the fact that I've done these same things at different times in my career. So it's like it's a human thing. It's just like if there's room for improvement, there's room for improvement, and that.
mm. Okay. Now, you definitely did say that this batch of Grime MCs is the worst batch of Grime MCs ever since Grime
See, that
started.
was the draw out.
So
That
you
was the
said
draw out.
that though.
Do you know what? And I just
You
said that
said
because I
that.
mean, like, as in with the styles, man.
No, but you did say
I
that.
did,
No,
I
but it's
did,
not a
I
draw
did, I
out
did say
because
that. I did
you're
say that.
no, no.
I did say that. But I said
You
also,
did say it.
I did say that. But I say that as I remember when I said it, I meant like not just like to say they're the worst for the sake. But I was gonna say like I know I did say if you're going by like that level where it was like the best 16-year-olds and it was Chip, Ice Kid, boom, boom, boom. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
do those guys say that they would clash those youths? Like, I don't think so. You get me? Like, if I had to stack it, and the thing is, yeah, sometimes that's what the only reason why I hate saying shit like that is because I don't even know who's current right now. But then, like I told you, I know who came in a couple years ago, but I don't.
No, but then you did say, oh, like because they're like young and that, but like they're like 19 and that, but they're not 19. A lot of these men are like
Yeah,
25
do you know
and that.
what? That's the thing. Sometimes there's been some men where I did think they were younger. And then I thought they was like 18, 17. Then I found out they was like maybe 23 or 24 and stuff. And it's like you see the thing with me as well. Let me keep it true. Let me keep it so true, bro. I judge myself by a hard standard as it is. So
But
it's like everything else in my world is a reflection of that. So it's like even when I think about 17-year-olds who make music, the first person I think about is Nas, bro. So I know I couldn't have been the best 17-year-old in the world. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like obviously sometimes people in the UK they don't like it when you say like but Nas but da 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 but da da da, and man I just believe like why shy away from the levels, man? If that's what you think is the levels, if so if you was gonna ask me who do I think is the best MC right now, I would say Chip. I would
Chip,
say,
what in
yeah,
Grime
like
right
right
now?
now, yeah, right now.
No, I'm talking about new
Oh
school
no,
though. I'm not
no,
talking
but I'm
about
saying
Chip.
as in I don't even have a new like favorite MC or any of that
Fucking
like for
hell,
the new guys. You
mad
get me?
thing.
Because I don't listen to. There's nothing that I've like ever really heard where it's like away from like when I catch up them on Spyro and I have my like might play a set while I'm doing the hoovering and that on Sunday or something. Away from that, I don't actually like if I told you that I've listened to maybe I don't know like a new grime artist's project in the last like 2 years like from start to finish or maybe even a whole song, I'd be lying, bro. Like so it's like I'm just saying I'm quite detached like as a listener like in general, you get me? And it's like but that is because when I hear certain things I'm like I do feel like maybe I've heard that before, and I would like to think hopefully it's easy to hear me say this shit, yeah, and just be like think that it's a shot, but I just care about the growth of this thing in it, and I think that like we're supposed to push people to just want to do better. And my thing was like, because you see me as well, it's not about the bars, bro. It's about the projects. Like I haven't, and I just
Yeah.
don't. I just as a fan, I want projects that are hard that I can listen to from A to B and just feel like, this person took the time out to make some different concepts. Like but obviously some people say albums don't matter today, but that just depends what room you're in. And the rooms I'm in, like people ain't gonna say that like just on a blanket term, like albums just don't matter. A great body of work is a great body of work. Bashi just came through in one.
No, he did still. Came out of retirement, new
Like he just
album.
came through with it, like, and you know what? That's once again because he got the old school mentality. So he gave me as a listener what I want. He just came through with a project. He took his time, he crafted it, and now that time that he's put into it, that lasts longer than a reload, man. Like I be real because are
Yeah.
you gonna play that reload every time? What in the car with your girl, in the car on the way to school? Like no, that if you give people even on a business level, if you give people because people like Drake, the best thing they do is give people soundtracks to their life to where it's like they almost don't realize that they're like listening to a Drake song anymore. They just think that someone's chatting about their life and they're just going through their wave. Yeah, it's like, bro, yeah, in a business level in music, you want to slot yourself into the culture and the world in as many ways as possible, even without making it obvious. And that's just by like I don't know, making songs about different shit so it goes in different places. Like sometimes I'd be intrigued. Like I ain't never heard a Grime MC make a song about their dad. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
I just want the reels. Like I want the stuff that real artists give. Like and if you look at my music, like I've done that in parts, bro. I've said I've kept it real personal at certain points. When I've spoken on my life, I've really just said it word for word. You get me? So that like, if it's okay if somebody doesn't like my standard of like how I look at things, because I'm not trying to project that on no one, bro. You know what I mean? But that's just like how I see it. Is that I just think there's so much scope for writing if people just like looking at things in a progressive manner and just think, ah, cool. I just said I ain't heard the Grime MC make a song about their dad. So then equally, I could say, when was the last time a nigga made a song about their mom or their grandma or being a big brother to their sister and what that means to them? Like, do you know what I mean? You know, like real life things that somebody who just works in a firm somewhere, who's just in your target audience, can just doesn't need to know about like radio beef to get to like pay for that, to give you money for that. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah,
my
yeah.
thesis on things. I think sometimes genres kind of like trap people's minds, yeah. But I grew up in a time, yeah, where Wiley and Dizzy and that, them man spat on all types of beats, bro. Man's not in this argument where grime is like this one thing. Grime is a culture, and we know that because we lived it when it was the only culture on the street. But now, obviously, when you're doing it and you have to call girls gash when nobody actually says that, it's like, you get me? It's not being authentic to the times. You know what I mean? Just because we're trying to keep these like buzzwords or whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, what the fuck do I know, innit? You know?
What are you talking about? The Gash for the Hour
No, no,
song?
no, no, no. I'm saying like now you might hear a
No,
nigga saying gash now in 2024.
He's trying to say the slang's
really?
outdated, isn't it? The gram slang's outdated nowadays, man.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's like,
Okay,
but it's like
okay.
sometimes I might hear a new nigga saying gash, yeah, but then it's like you're forcing something that you don't say to your girl on a song to fit into a culture when this music thing's about you and your individual experience, man.
Yeah,
You know, and I think even with
okay.
people like Stormzy, no matter what anyone wants to say about them, I think the winning part of some of what they did is how much they just did them. Like even when he had it in that Know Me From video, that was a Z dot beat, bro. So what? That's grime tunes when my man was blowing. So look, he did a Z dot tune, and then bro, he had his Marjay dancing in the video, and bro, he was being him. Enough man ain't got the confidence to do that. Have their Marjay in the video.
Mm,
Do you get it?
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like talk to somebody like that when you got the confidence to even put your mumsy on camera, bro. Do you get it?
Yeah, no, I hear it. He's sticking on.
But
No, that's a bad thing. No, I hear it.
Like, do you get?
You see the new school of grime, yeah.
Yeah.
Carl, you did say, yeah, that these grime MCs, a lot of these new school grime MCs, like they've always been there. Like they was just the guys that they
Yeah,
was,
but that's the ones. I'm
coming
look. Well,
in
you see when I
the
say that, yeah.
basement in the.
You
man said they were
see when I
background
say that,
niggas.
yeah. You see when I say that,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not talking
yeah.
about like a Renz or like people that are genuinely in a way different like
Yeah,
age
of course
bracket.
not. You wouldn't have done a
But
tune with them,
yeah,
innit?
but
Of
I'm
course
saying
not.
like there's a lot of man that was like the
Mm,
levels were high, but back in the day, bro, niggas will vouch, bro. It's not everybody that got to spit
mm,
with the niggas that was the best spitters from the ends. It's just how it went, bro. You know. Like it was a big
mm,
thing them times to be one of the best laps. Niggas cared about that shit so much. It was like niggas be upsetting their brethren, bro, saying like you're swag, bro. Like you're whack, like you get me, like boom, 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 you get me buzzing off the man them, just like and then the niggas just try to come back harder with a better lyric and all that type shit. You get me? There was real just competition, like, and obviously the
mm,
boys clash today. I know they be clashing and shit like that, but I think just the level of things, I just feel like a lot of some of my favorite people, my favorite grime MCs of all time, most of them don't actively like currently indulge in the sport, man. And you get me? Like,
mm,
like it just is what it is. Like some of the best ones to ever do it aren't actively doing it now, and the best ones to ever do it that are doing it right now is like your D doubles, your P monies, your chips, like niggas that we don't even need to mention because they fly the flag. Do you know what I mean?
mm.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Lastly, yeah, to wrap this up, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Now I know obviously you also had like a clash with Marvel as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So like how did that come about?
I don't know, man. I think no. Oh yeah, Wiley called me and said, Max, I want you to clash Double S.
Oh, Double S from Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wiley
okay.
called me and said I want you to clash them.
That's sub tens in
I
the
see sub
listeners right
10 in the
now.
Yeah,
building.
Wiley called me and he said he wanted me to clash double, and I was like, I'm on him. But you know why I did it? Because at the time I thought double was better than me, so I thought if I do this, yeah, I'll get better in the process. You get me? That's how my mind frame was, bro. When I was trying to aim for man that I thought was better than me. You get me? Because I
Mm,
thought that if I swung for them, it would put pressure on me, and I might come out, and I would have. I felt that at the time, I felt that I worked best under that type of pressure, like
mm.
having to prove myself. I felt,
Being thrown in the deep
yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah. I felt that was
Mm,
like how I learned best and like kind of grew best. You get me? So it's like when I clashed
mm,
double, obviously as it does, them man kind of they got disrespectful, I got disrespectful. But the thing about that one there, that was like funny, man. Like even with them and like the brown hat shit, they ruined my summer with that shit. That shit was funny as hell. You get me? But and I didn't want to dash that hat, but I had to dash the hat. I like the hat. You get it? Them man corn the hat. You think I could? I can't
no,
wear it no more. So it's like my point is,
no,
yeah, it's
fuck
like
it,
see all
no.
that shit. That shit was cool, man. Like with me and Dubs, like that shit was just cool, man. But at the same time, man grew up kind of looking up to Marvel and that and what they was doing. You get me? So it was just a young kid trying to swing
Mm,
higher, bro. Like even the way that man's bucked them man, some of them man, like individually, just after that, and the fact that man kind of started in always. So I knew of that. We might not have had the closest like relationship to begin with, but I'd known about these boys like always, innit? So it's one of them things, bro,
mm,
where it's like when it comes to double and them man there, and plus the way double carries himself, bro, it just like like it's like yeah, he's just a cool dude, bro. Like, you get me? Like it's just a cool dude,
mm,
bro. It's like when you like even with man like that, it's like I was probably more the nuisance, like in the sense of what was going on at the time, because they was in a better position, and I was really trying to get some of that light, like you get me, and
mm.
because I was pissed because them times there I couldn't get my video uploaded on Grand Daily as well. So I was thinking, nah, man, I need to call some ruckus or something.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
what can I ask one?
And
Go.
someone's DM'd me asking me if I should ask you about the studio engineer Danny C.
What about Danny? What was that Danny see?
Mm,
I
yeah,
recorded a
guys.
couple songs there. So what did they want to ask him about? What about him though?
Yeah, what do you want me to ask him about Danny C?
Hey,
Like,
hey, let me ask a quick question while they DM me that. Yeah. What was
mm,
the studio session like with Jojo in LA?
Oh, that chick leave, get out right now. I was just
Yeah,
shocked, bro. I was just shocked I was in that bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I
yeah.
was just
That's a
shocked,
that's
bro.
a
It's
that's a
cool
lit
vibes.
achievement still.
Yeah, but it's like shit like that. I was just shocked. Like those are the things that make me think. You know what? Cause I remember watching that leave, get out shit when I was like in year 8, year 7, and like to be in LA in the studio with someone like that at some point and boom, boom. It's just like at the end of the day, I don't think I really came in this thing for fame, but I say I got these things make me feel like
wait, who was you in the studio with?
it was ages ago, bro. But like, it was just a random encounter where she ended up coming into my studio session and boom, boom, boom. But
You
that
know that
girl
girl,
that
innit?
sang,
Go on.
it was time ago. So it was that girl that sang "Leave, Get Out Right Now," the end of you and me. That
You
shit.
remember that as
It was like
Oh yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
time
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
back
Like
in
it
Yeah,
was
the
yeah,
like
I
day?
know
10,
that.
like 10, like say like 2012. Like I was in LA in the studio with her, like or whatever
The
the case.
white girl,
Yeah,
innit?
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
man's had bare cool encounters in the off the scram thing. Like man supported J Cole like ages ago.
But
Like
you've been in the studio with Mac Miller now in LA, no?
been around, yeah. Not like doing
Yeah,
Yeah.
who have
something
you
with,
actually
but
been?
yeah.
What famous international that? Yeah, you said a few names already.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
Like
can't
who?
lie. Like
What type of
I've
artists
been
have you
like,
been with?
I've like supported a J Cole show and like chilled with him and like chilled with him for a little bit. Like shit, like there's I've bucked bare people, man. Like I've partied with Will I Am, like I've like, do you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
it's like yeah, man, little chance encounters and that. There's a lot of that shit out here. You get me? Like if I would probably at this point, I probably had so many of them kind of little things that I probably would like be forgetting some of the cool ones or whatever the case may be. But yeah,
mm,
man, like that's just part and parcel of putting yourself in like cool environments, and you know that already, bro. But like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, man, definitely, like, yeah, man, yeah. But the thing is, from when I was young, man was rolling with the famous like older lot in it, so I was always kind of used to
Mm,
like. I think that's why I was always able to, and even now, just sometimes in the way that I move, like, because I was always used to like success and like fame being around me, like kind of thing. It was never something that I was ever jealous of, but it was always something that I liked being around just to learn, like, you know what I mean? Or like, and I'd never be the type, I'd always just try to soak up game and that, you know. So a lot of times, like, even I remember before I got in the game, when the guy who made the beat for wearing my Rolex, when he was doing his publishing deal and shit like that, I would be the little guy sat in the meetings, that the woman in the meeting saying, yeah, maybe we'll see you in a couple of years, yeah, like da da da. Like, I've grown up in the industry, I've been fortunate enough, so, you know, I just be trying to chill, bro.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. You know what? I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, my girl's
It's
looking
been.
at me like, I hope we've covered everything.
You know the ones there.
Yo, it's like 2 a.m. To be honest, bro, this is the time when we like. This is how long the interviews usually
Yeah,
go, bro.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like
See, because
they're
I didn't,
fucking
because you know
never
what? I've
long,
never
bro.
like locked in live. I've always just heard the clips online afterwards. You get me? When these men are done in each other's dances and that.
Yeah, bro.
Aye,
Just
something
fucking
news
doing the
happened
madness to
still
each other, bro.
while this
Mhm.
interview's happened.
What do you mean? What's
I
happened?
fucking so large ripped Funky D apart, bro.
I was.
What? Just that, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know
Well,
what? Yeah, I was seeing. Do you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, a
Okay.
quick one. I was seeing that today. Something like, I think So Large was dissing Funky. What's that? Their man are just beefing now. They got a situation or something.
yeah, I think some grime
Bruv,
thing.
this guy, blood, some funky ass one hit pussy, just chatting
Do you
shit,
know
bruv.
what?
Figure's
Like
got
coming
All I
around,
gotta
yeah.
say is like, I fuck with So Large. He keeps it consistent. Like, as in, I don't know him personally like that, but
No, I fuck with
he
him
keeps it
still.
consistent.
He
Like,
was cool.
he for what
Yeah.
man's known up black. Because like I said, bro, when man was growing up, man just looked up to Rough Squad and that. So
I see
of
sauce
course,
on the
Mm,
cut.
man. So people like So Large and that,
mm,
like, man's kind of known about these people from back in the day when they was just on like the
mm,
back of the Rough Squad video and shit. So it's like,
mm,
these are just thorough, like, from that, in terms of, okay, I don't know, man, and it's just an artist thing. These are just thorough members of the community.
mm,
You get me? People that people really grew up looking up to, and people that are still, you know, respectable in the community today. So it's like, man, don't really know.
mm.
Like, yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know nothing about that. You get me? Other than that, but Solo is hard still.
Big up so
No,
large.
Solarge is wavy. I proper
Big up
support
so large,
Solarge's
man,
thing.
all
He
day.
knows that too. Yeah, big him up, man. But bro, like obviously, like that guy that you said that you met for like 10 minutes, like 10 seconds and that,
Yeah.
but you didn't really chat to him like
Yeah.
that. Like he's obviously from your ends and
Mhm.
that, and somehow you gave him a verse. Like, how did that happen, bro?
You can't, no, because I can't answer it if you ask it like that, bro. You gotta put some respect on his name, man.
Oh,
Who is
mate,
it?
bro, if you fam, you know what? Let's skip
Who
that.
is it? Who is
You know
it?
what?
Who is
Let's
it?
skip it.
You don't.
Let's skip.
You
No,
don't want
let's
to give him.
skip him,
Alright,
bro.
cool.
Let's skip him. Let's not even give him the time
Oh
of
my
night.
god.
But boom, listen. You know what, bro? Obviously, like the new direction that you're heading in now,
Yeah.
yeah. Obviously, like if you want to touch on
Yeah,
that
just
for
briefly.
everyone that's in there listening. Obviously, don't go too much in the. Obviously, you
Yeah.
don't want,
Just
yeah.
briefly,
So
man.
yeah, do
Like,
your thing, bro.
just briefly, bro. Like, and the long short of it is kind of like, man's kind of in the process of kind of like setting up like a urban kind of school. Like, man's in the process, and when I say I'm in the process, I got a bunch of 50-year-old directors with big houses, and I got a bunch of government properties that's already been allocated to my cause, and I got some universities that I'm kind of just sort of whittling down the curriculum with, and just certain things there. But it's like, basically, I went to uni to do my commercial music technology degree, and when I first did the degree, I'll be honest with you, I just had to go and learn something because I didn't know what I was doing with myself, like musically per se. So when I did the degree now, kind of opened up my mind. Can't learn how to mix, learn how to engineer, and then I was just like, obviously I don't want to do that as a day job or whatever. But like, I started learning about the different paths you can take in the industry, and then I started realizing that, how underserved like BAME people are when it comes to certain aspects of education, especially when it pertains to like the culture of our music, like grime music and all these other things. So it's like, there's a couple cool people involved, like Trav's involved. He already got the call, and a couple people involved, man. Like, no hats, no hoods. My guy Magic, he's always involved when I do stuff that's like
Yeah, big up, no hats,
brand
no hoods.
related.
Big them up.
I've got my nigga Omar from Beam. That man just did the Nines party and the da da da. That man, like, but like, well, he's involved in this move. But basically, like, yeah, like when it comes to like you know, underprivileged youth in London and blah 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 and all that, there's gonna be like there's gonna be a change, man, in how music is taught. But at the end of the day, like obviously the people around me, even like I've always been fortunate enough, like I say for instance, Ibrahim Kamara from Guap, that's my like my younger cousin. Like when he had the plans for Guap Mag, he brought that to my yard. Like not to show me
What
yeah, yeah, yeah.
magazine?
When he had the plans for that, he brought that to my yard. Like,
What? So your cousin owns that,
yeah,
yeah?
that's my cousin's thing. So like, he brought
Okay,
that when he had the
okay.
plans for that. He brought that to my yard. Like, of when we had the like family Christmas at mine or whatever, I saw his plans and boom, boom, and like, you know, like even just people like that who I've been around and watched them kind of start their companies, and I've been privy to certain things and da 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 da. Just like I'm just in a bit of a different kind of, or I've put myself in a different world right now, and I'm just trying to like when it comes to grime, it's like it's not that like yeah, man's not gonna make no music, but like it's like man's trying to put together these government funded projects and kind of, you know, like start doing like just like people, if anyone cares to know, then they'll find out later when the time comes, because we're in the process of we're opening up for business next year. So you be like people are gonna hear about it in the way that we do it or whatever. But like my point is like I've been fortunate enough to always have like some serious kind of like entrepreneurial minds around me, and I've just got to a point where, like, after I did my music degree, I said, you know what, for my masters, cause I got a scholarship to do the masters for free. So I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna study music again, cause I already know how to make beats and all that good stuff. But I need to get into this business thing. Cause if I'm talking about how Wiley and them man should have set up this thing and should have set up that thing, then I just think that I'm at that place in life where I feel more like a coach than a player, and not in no ego sense, but I think that I'm not trying to pull up on niggas like some hood manager with a briefcase and a rented range and take man to Sony. Like, but there's like a change coming in how opportunity and education and advocacy for um black faces in certain spaces and careers in grime and stuff, you know. But that's like that's where I'm at with things. I love grime music. That's why I want on this thing. I obviously I said certain things that are, you know, the new generation might be not inspiring me as much as certain other ones. But like Dr. Dre just said, all the modern producers are whack. Like you get me, like he
Lord.
literally just said that
Lord.
today. Him and Snoop Dogg said all the modern producers are whack. Nobody's being original, and you know what?
Nah,
And
they
you know,
are, they are, they are,
and you know
they
what?
are
Yeah, I
still.
think that I would be doing people a disservice if I didn't say my honest opinion and try and like just put, because I don't even expect anyone to care about my opinion on that, bro. But I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, like me personally, I've decided to put my efforts behind the scenes, and because obviously on another thing, it's like yeah, obviously man's been doing adverts and the last year I did one of the songs for the NBA 2K game when it came out and ballroom.
Yeah,
Like
I seen that on your
I'm
Instagram.
a man that's always doing bits and bobs, because like I said, I've been fortunate enough to stay around to like I got people that got love for me that, you know, I could always bounce back from whatever the case may be or whatever, and you know what I mean, like in the real world or whatever. Like so it's like right now we're in the middle of what some people will call an economic crisis. I got a 1.5 year old. I'm having another youth. I'm not
Mm,
stressed, my boy. You get me? Like, so it's like it's one of
yeah.
those ones where that's just God doing His work, but at the same time,
What do you get paid off for your like your music
hell
and
yeah,
that you've done for
yeah,
your
man,
part?
hell yeah, man.
What do you live off of
Bro,
that?
I think I was telling you I only had a real job for like 1 month in my life.
No, you did
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
me
yeah.
that, but you didn't explain to me properly
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
living
what?
off my
Obviously, yeah,
music. Like,
man, yeah, bro. Like it's always paid, man, bro. Like it's always there's always been a way,
no,
whether it's the
that's
back
lit.
end,
That's lit.
whether I'm getting 7,500, like if I'm gonna be extreme, whether I'm getting 7,500 for an Oasis advert real quick, or I'm doing this thing, or that like away from like being MAXSTA and just spit. There's always been a jug for man. Still, can't lie. There's always been a jug. Like there's just I'm just around enough people. Like
Mm.
people can't see who I'm with. You get me? Like as in not like with like now, but people can't see you, the people who have love for you and all the different places that they might occupy in the world. So, you know, I've just been fortunate enough because it's not an I thing, innit? It's an I and I thing. So like it's one of those, bro, like where yes I've done that, but I'm not trying to say like yeah it's just because of man. Like nah, bro, it's because of that type of people that's around man, the type of opportunities that I somehow attract or whatever, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, man,
No, definitely.
I get a lot of opportunity. Like I'd be getting the most random shit that nobody even like. What was I doing the other time? Like it was like say end of last year, I was doing some advert for a bank in Sweden, that and it's like, bro, they're only advertising that on TikTok in Sweden, bro. No one's gonna hear that, bro. But I got my racks. Do you get it?
Yeah,
And me, I have
that's
fun.
it.
Like I like to make music in the room, so I like it when people say, "Oh, I like." It's like a challenge because making a diss or making a grime, something like there's certain things I've already done enough to where it's not necessarily like a stimulating challenge. Maybe I can do
You know
better,
what?
but
Hey,
you know,
Maxter, can I stop
go
you
for
for a
it. Go for
second?
it.
Yeah, guys, listen. Because I know there's a lot of you, man, especially a lot of you guys that don't like me. The majority of you are grand MCs. No, listen. That they're listening in here right
Do you know what's
now.
funny?
Yeah,
Yeah, do you know
you're
what I've had to do real quick?
non-anonymous.
As yeah, this whole time
Yeah,
I haven't looked at the phone and who can see. Like I've just had it on my lock screen. You get me? Because I've just like I got to let the
yeah,
conversation just flow with you. But yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you know.
man.
yeah.
Ignore the DMs, man.
Yeah,
Trust
yeah.
me while you're on it.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
secret
But I
still.
just want to put this out there, innit? Yeah. Like Maxstar, he don't really do music like that. That's what he's trying to put out there. And you grime MCs, yeah, especially a lot of you a lot of you that don't like what I say, you don't like that I do rooms about grime, or you don't like that I talk about your dubs and all of that. But guys, my man ain't even doing music like that, and he's still getting paid and getting opportunities thrown at him, and he's not even actively putting any music out there.
Bro, I swear on my life,
And
bro.
you guys are there. Word, and it's like you guys are out here doing this and doing that and going above and beyond, and you're screaming, there's no help and no opportunities. Bro, there ain't no excuses, fam. These man came from a time where there was no help, no social media. You had to do it all
No,
yourself.
I gotta go find the
Right?
guy in real life and make that connect. Yeah.
Word, word, bruv. And fam, if he don't even like you, he might not even fucking call you back
Yep.
when you give him his
Yep.
number,
Hell
bruv.
yeah.
Yeah?
I,
And it's
I
like, you
definitely.
lot have
I was
everything.
telling my girl the other day, like living the life that I chose to live. I think I've definitely heard no more times than the average person, and sometimes that's definitely crushed man's spirit. You get me? But obviously, you crack
Yeah.
on.
And it's like, bro, look, now, look, like, you man are just here screaming, talking about no one's helping us, there's no money. Bro, there's opportunities. I think you man just ain't good enough, bro. Like, I think that's where it is, bro. I think we just need to be very harsh. Like, a lot of you man just, you're not good enough. It sounds harsh, but sometimes with men, unfortunately, you need to be harsh. There is no break it to you kindly, bro. You need to be very straightforward and firm and stern with some people, bro. You man ain't good enough, because the more we keep lying to you lot, then the scene ends up like this, where we have so many man from the past generations of grime coming out, and they're all saying the same thing. You man are all rubbish. The scene is dead. Like, you man are shit. You get it, bruv. Like, man aren't saying it to troll or to hate. There's nothing to hate on. You lot aren't making any money. Now what the fuck? You're 25, spitting bars, thinking man are thinking you're like 17 and that. No, bro, you're like 30 in 5 years, bruv. Like, buck up your ideas, bro. I told you, man, 2 years ago. Go back to college and do something else. You're still here chatting shit on the fucking grime sets and that, screaming on the mic with no money coming in your account, bruv. But these times, my man's at home and he's getting paid to just be at home. And then you lot want to call me the troll. How am I the troll? You've heard what my man said today, bro. How am I a troll? Tax, am I a troll or am I a messenger of
Nah,
the
you're
truth,
not a
bro? Let
troll,
them
man.
know, bro.
My man's got a purpose in this thing and it's obviously working. Look at the effect he's caused to the scene
You know what?
in
Yeah,
a
I'll be
short
honest
space
with
of
you,
time,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, like you see with me, yeah, like I said, yeah. Even for me, bro, I'm the type of guy. The way man was raised, we got. Sometimes you're in the studio with some of these older youths, bro. They're telling you, bro, that verse is whack. Hey, write that again, bro. Right,
Bird.
write that again, bro. People are gonna hear that, bro. You get me? Like
Yeah.
that's how we got. That's how we got.
A man said people are gonna hear.
Like that's how we got like we got it the harsh way. Like we was really getting told, we was really getting going home feeling upset about our bars, you get me, like, and just trying to turn up. So at the end of the day, yeah, like obviously my thing is, that's why I was saying I I'm not someone who runs away from when it comes to how people talk about music. You can talk to me in a harsh way about it, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's the way that man's gonna. If I got enough
Bro, innit?
self-awareness and I'm not just boom, boom, boom. Some people might be chatting shit, but sometimes, like, all right, cool. There's certain like you have to absorb something constructive that might be that might feel painful at first, in order to fucking change. Because life is about changing, you know.
Yeah, fam.
So for
Word,
me,
bro.
it's just like, even with grime, I guess there's certain things. Yeah, I'm not an idiot, bro. Like, it's like I know who's better than me, and I know what I'm good at in that thing. Or, but you get me? I'm not. I don't go on like, yo, bro. If I didn't stop, yeah, you get it? Like, no, bro. I just accept what I've done. I'm happy with it. Because when I was doing it, I put my fucking whole everything life for and put my life into this shit. So like, it's like for me now to be at this level where yeah, I can chill and like not chill, but like I can be at home and kind of scope to life where I get to work from home and set up my studio, and then when I'm stepping out, I'm talking about official business and putting things together. It's just yeah, it's that, bro. Like, this shit is from like 2008, bro. This like this work, you get me? So it's like even now, like when I'm getting paid like certain monthly royalties here and there from old MAXSTA things, and sometimes I'm like on a day I don't realize that I'm gonna get that money, and I see it, and I'm like, fucking hell, God, man, that shit's still paying me. That's crazy. Like, I'm like, man, like, God bless, man. But at the end of the day, it's just years of work, and like always for me, I never felt like I feel like I always wanted to be the best, but deep down in my heart, I don't think I didn't all I don't I think the time that I felt the best wasn't the longest period. You get me? Like, it was like deep down in my heart, I was still realistic enough to be like, you know what? This is where I think I'm at. This is where my man's at. This is where my thing's at. What can I do with my skill set? What is mine? And how do I just like work with that? Because I can't be somebody else, you know? And whatever the case may be. But like, yeah, man, it's like, that's why I like when I see people like Charlemagne getting onto, like when he was getting onto MGK after he rapped and that, because that shit sounds heartless, yeah. But it's like, I think even for me, this is the thing, bro. If you know anything about Sierra Leone and upbringing, I only got told things the harsh way. So I think that sometimes when people hear me talk like as a grime MC, they don't realize, they think I'm trying to be rude, but this is how people in my culture talk. You don't get to hear it a nice way, nothing. You get me? So I think that sometimes it can come across,
Ain't no one got time for
yeah,
the nice
sometimes it can
way.
come across like man trying to disrespect or whatever. But I swear on my mother's, it's just like a man's been raised in a very blunt manner, and you know what? I used to hate it, but now I think, you know what? That's why I've been able certain times to look at myself in the mirror and say, Ian, you're fucking up, mate. Like, you're fucking up, bro.
Word,
You're
bro.
fucking up, and this is what you've done wrong, and this is what you can do better. And you see, when you spoke to my man like that, why did you do that? What? Because you was upset about some other shit. You didn't need to project that on my. You know, like, I'm that type of person. I try and just regulate my own behavior before the streets got to regulate it. Because you know,
Yeah, you gotta be in control of
it's a
your
real,
own.
it's a real, it's just a
Yeah.
real world out here. You get me? And I think even yeah, when it comes to success and like everybody that's done something better than you in some way is somebody to just learn from and aspire to. Like, you see me, that's why when man's come on here, man, try to show you, like, man's not trying to say nothing bad about a certain man like Wiley, because man's gonna be transparent about the people that like I've tried to emulate or boom boom boom, you get me? Like, that's all
No,
it
no,
is.
it's never,
No, no,
it's
no, and
never
I'm not
like a
even saying
grow
that to
out
you
thing.
as
We're
the
not.
but just
Yeah,
for anyone
yeah,
who's
yeah,
listening, like, in regards to the point being made, it's
yeah.
like, man, like, if we don't say things the harsh way in whatever sense, like, just please don't be the person that takes that shit and doesn't understand and doesn't take constructive criticism and doesn't actually get better in life. Just do it for yourself. Like, just like, if you can, if because there's a reason why Chips Chip, there's a reason why Skeppy, there's a reason why Boom. This is years of work, projects, consistency, like putting this shit first again and again and again and again and again. Like, no free time all the time, no wifey time all the time, no, like, you get me, like, real locking in, like, real stressful nights, real sleepless nights, real fucking blood, sweat and tears, real, like, all of them, man, have wanted to quit at some point, myself included, whoever else, like, you get it? Like, none of this shit's been a fantasy for anyone. But I think recently, a lot of man saw the success. Cause I think a lot of man from the old school, like, even you say people like Sub Tenor in there, them man know about the times when this shit weren't sweet, when their brethrens were on and it wasn't necessarily that sweet as everyone thinks it is. Like, but after Skeppy Blue and that, I think that people saw the aesthetic and the image, but they didn't. But they forgot about these MCs. They tried to disrespect my empire. You get me?
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
What,
that's
Would
they
you,
all.
would you
forgot.
That's
would you
all.
would you
That's
tag
all.
with Dotstar?
Do you know what? I weren't, but I think I bucked him a couple times and it was just always love. Yeah, man, that was a sad thing. Still, I don't even know what I like, because I can't lie, but I
Nah,
don't
yeah,
even.
yeah, he passed away. So rest in peace.
Yeah,
Still,
rest in peace, man. The people
Yeah,
don't. That's the
R.I.P.
thing as
man.
well. Like, yeah, man, this shit's crazy, bro. Like life and that. But
life short.
what do
Still,
people know what happened to him? Or is that just we're not even gonna talk about that or whatever type of stuff?
do you know what?
I
I
don't
don't
even
even know.
know,
You
so
know,
I can't talk on that because I
I
don't
don't know
know
what actually
how.
happened to him.
Yeah,
Still, that was a mad
I
thing.
don't know.
I
So
Yeah,
think they kept that one
yeah,
quiet, but
either way, and it's just for my opinion, just rest in peace. I guess that's
no,
about
real
it.
talk. Still,
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. Mm,
Yeah. You know what, bro? This is gonna possibly be the last question,
cool.
innit?
yeah, I'm done.
Do you
Still,
think, yeah? Do you think you've had a successful
Yeah,
career in
yeah,
music?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. Because like I said, yeah, like obviously people always gonna look at things from their perspective, but like for everyone who's in the driving seat of whatever they got going on, you're the one that knows like the ups and the downs and the actual W's, you know what I'm saying, and the people who benefited from the W's and stuff, and also the person that you've become today because you did those things, isn't it? So it's like I think there's definitely been times where I maybe didn't look at it like I've been successful because I was looking at what other people have and not necessarily like focusing on everything that I had done and realizing like how far I'd come from the kid that started. You get me? So it's like it's one of them things. Even to be in a place where I don't do the like I say I don't want to do the MAXSTA thing, and I still got fans that like I don't know maybe there's still like 20,000 odd people a month still listening to the shit, and I ain't dropped a song in 6 years on Spotify. And then there's like I don't know, man. When I'm on the street, like when people see me, it's like I guess because I don't pop out, pop out, pop out. When people see me, it's always like mostly wide-eyed, and it's like Max. Like I get so much love for what I've done. You get me? Like that. It's kind
Mm.
of hard to be ungrateful because the way people talk to me when they see me about my music and all that and da da da. It's just like, bro. Apart from the fact that that man like mashed up like some serious like racks, I got my little portion. I still want more. I'm gonna get some more in another way. But like my point being, like. Yeah, man. Like this, you see this thing, yeah. You have to realize, like, like some artists, yeah, in the whole history of black artists getting signed in this country, yeah. Some artists got a one little sing. Some artists were probably better than me, could sing, play all the instruments. They didn't get a record. Everyone didn't even get that. So it's like, I am like obviously a black African immigrant first. So like, you're telling me like the first time that my family landed, my bloodline landed in this country, we was on TV, on billboards, on a record, like got a record on the radio. We went straight to the top of the
Yeah.
white man's.
On
We
a
went,
major
yeah, we went
label.
straight to the top of the white man's
Word.
like totem pole attention wise. Like, hell yeah, man. Because
Man.
now my youths, whether they want to do,
Charted
yeah,
as
like yeah,
well.
charted, all
Charted.
that shit. So
Yeah.
it's like now, you see all my youths, whether they want to do music or not, their dad's still got a leg in it, like boom, 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 and all these different things. But also, it's like, what? That's a cool brag, man. But also, it's like they can say that, yeah, my dad done this, that, and a third. But then my dad's also educated, like so you can't really don't try that one either. Like you get me? Like it's like, and that's what I'm at that place now. Like I said, like when I guess even having kids, it's like that's probably what got me in that coach mentality where it's kind of like it's like as I've already nature has forced me to take a seat back and observe somebody else's like dreams as like my priority. You get me? So it's like it makes you evaluate: am I done yet with this thing or that thing? And I'm like, no, I'm not done. I'm not done winning. Like I'm not done achieving things that I thought that people think I can't do, like in different areas of the world. But I think I'm done like going out on stage and like doing all of that. Like I think I want to be around like I'm not trying to go. I'm trying to homeschool my kids because my girls educated as well and da 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 and all that shit. It's like it's everything that I've put together for my family kind of makes sense. So it's like I'm looking at a thing where it's like in a couple of years I need to know that I'm gonna be at home a couple days of the week to like or like my kids are gonna come work not in a couple years. So I think that they'll be kids, but you get my point. Like by the time they're year one, year two, I need to be like I got a different kind of vision for my life. You get me? So if
Yeah.
man listen to my last mixtape as Max or like the Maxtape 2, I made a song called Night Turns to Day where I was talking about when I'm thinking about being a dad and that, you get me? And it's like that was in 2018, and I was just talking about how I'm trying to pattern for my youth and all these different things, yeah. And it's like, yeah, man, to me, like being able to be the sort of man that, like, at this point, everybody who knows me, from my girl's mum to just everyone in my community, everyone just says, "Oh, Ian's such a great dad. He's a great dad." You like all them to, like, obviously that's not music, so I'm not trying to say like scoot around the thing, but I'm saying everything that I've done in music is what's allowed me to be this person who is like somebody's dad, and people saying I'm doing a good job and all that stuff. And then also I'm in a position to like keep making money. I'm in a, like, you know, I'm in a good position in life and that. And yeah, man, like I live peacefully. I drive my car where I need to go. Like, you get me? Like, I, I do what I need to do, man. I'm a respectable member of my local community and shit. You know, so yeah, bro. I just like I'm just saying, because I think because I'm old now, these are the things I care about. You get me? But like I've had my time like hotting up MCs and doing all that fun shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, big you up.
Fucking
So,
hell.
that after work tune though, real life tune there, you know. I
Gangster,
banked
yeah,
that.
man.
That's
But
a
and you know what? Yeah, see, even from them times, that's when I first went to uni to do a diploma, because they didn't let me do a degree first year. And it's like, I'll be honest with you, as a MC that had never broken out of like just the music world, when I went back to college and I started sitting in classrooms with just real people that's going through real shit,
yeah,
and like people that like, rah, I'm like, rah, I never been in like through that. And I was like, rah, that's nuts. Like, you're
yeah,
white. Like, I don't think white people went through shit like that. That's crazy. Like, and
yeah,
it's just like, you know, like I'm in the fruit and I'm like and I'm learning like, rah, man, the world is so different from what your ignorant little ass just thought it was not long ago. Like, and like that was like maybe 2016 when I went and did the diploma. Then after that, I took a while, went and did the degree, and now I'm doing my master. But it's like, in that whole time, yeah, I fell in love with like the real world, not completely, because it's a shit place as well. It's some fuckers out there, some proper fucker them. You get me? But like, it's like I've got to a place where I'm like, man, like, yeah, I'm just trying to fucking coexist. I think I actually just lost my point there. But anyway, you know.
You know the Tracy Chapman fast car cover that you
Yeah,
done? Was that at Jamal's
yeah.
house?
His mumsy's bit.
His mum's at what? Okay.
Yeah, at his mum's yard.
Okay.
Because
Wow, fam. He's got
because
a
you know what
big
it was,
yard,
yeah.
fam.
That day was the day when his TV show got launched on
Bedroom to
Channel
bedroom.
4. Nah, like
Yeah,
yeah,
Channel
like
4.
early, like about his SBTV thing and just his day-to-day life or whatever. And so we all was at the yard for like a premiere, like watching it at the crib.
Mm.
And then yeah, they was just wanting me to do this freestyle, so I just prepared a little something. But yeah, man. That's that shit. There's them ones I don't watch that shit because I don't know why. Some of them ones make me emotional. Like, so I just leave it. You get me? Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, big
But
up
yeah,
Jamal
more time
Edwards,
as
man.
well. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace,
as
Jamal
well.
Edwards, man. Like, you know, that
Yeah.
was my guy,
That's a
bro.
one.
That guy really put me in an opportunity to get some money. Obviously, earlier here I discussed like the negative sides of it, but I just wanted to put people on game of like how this shit can sometimes go. You get me? Like, 'cause this shit ain't always pretty. And there ain't really a manuscript for this shit. You just end up deep in it before you know it. And your African parents ain't never had a record deal, so they can't tell you shit, and they don't trust outsiders or some shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, my point is, man,
Mm.
rest in peace, Jamal Carr. He was like, yeah, man, yeah, like, you know what the thing is about Jamal, yeah, like he would from early, he just wasn't shook. Like, he would go to he was going to everyone's block, just bringing everyone in, bro. Just he was going everywhere, like just anywhere and everywhere. He'd just catch you on MSN. Yo, bro, this is where man's gonna be. Boom, boom, boom. This station. Pull up. And he just created something out of just seeing talent in people. You get me? And I think that if we had more people, yeah, like who had that selfless spirit, because I ain't even like that, man. But if we had more people that had that selfless spirit, that genuinely want to just give back,
Everyone can eat
yeah,
together
yeah. If
type of
everyone
thing.
was on that,
Yeah.
you know, Ace Boogie shit, it would be cool.
Yeah.
But niggas is yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think it's not even about.
But I think
Yeah,
nowadays, yeah, sorry
it's
to cut
cool,
you off,
bro.
but I think nowadays, like, you see how, like, there's been a reset button pressed on the whole music
Yeah,
industry.
yeah,
I think it's people like Jamal that we're
yeah,
missing.
yeah.
We
Oh yeah.
need people like
Because you know
Jamal. I
what,
don't think we have
Jamal,
any.
yes, Jamal. I would say one thing I say now, yeah, it's like certain man. that I know who run some of these big channels when I talk to them. Cause obviously, well, I'm old school. Some of these guys are my dogs because I knew them before their thing was like as big as it is now, or whatever, you know. But I talk to certain man and I'm showing them like, bro, you know, you'd like, you know, this thing, the way you lot are all endorsing the street thing, you know, it's like fucking up the youth and that. And man are just showing me like, bro, like, yeah, I feel bad, man. Like, but that's about it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, obviously, at the end of the day, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but when we get into a point where the community is just looking at everyone as the next cash cow and boom, 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 then care goes out the window, love goes out the window, community goes out the window, and then before you know it, it's rob this England and then it's rob everyone. You get me?
Nah, I hear it still. You know what, bro? Listen, I don't want to keep you on here for too long,
You know
innit?
what?
I
You know
think
what?
we've
I
covered
had to
everything.
entertain a long time because you know I ain't gonna do anything like this anytime soon.
I
So.
know, I know. That's what I was telling them. You're probably not even going to do an
Bro, I got a
interview
Yeah,
couple.
that's
again.
what
You
I'm saying.
see
You know what?
this,
Yeah, that's
yeah?
the funny thing.
You
When I
see
saw that
this,
tweet where someone added me saying, "Bro, if like we'll get you an interview if you want," I'm actually not really open for them like that. But at the same
bro.
time,
This
That's
is
what I'm
an
saying. Like,
exclusive
yeah,
stuff.
word. This is going straight on Spotify,
I
Yeah,
just
man.
thought I'd drop
yeah.
by. I just thought I'd drop by and put it somewhere where you would only hear my voice if you really care about shit like this. You get me?
Nah,
Yeah, that's about it, man.
Word.
a lot of people DM'd me, man, especially people that are in the Grime scene. They love this interview still, so I just wanted to put it out there
Word. Yeah, I
still.
know. Sub 10
What
messaged
Yeah,
people
me
saying they
just
big up
love the
now.
Sub
interview,
10
So,
yeah.
still.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
More time,
Yeah.
man. Obviously, boys, everyone that's still working for the name of Grime fam, like, obviously, all better can always be done. Obviously, we'd be lying if we say, like, all right, we're in the best place ever or whatever, but that don't mean nothing. It just means that there's room for improvement, you know? So, more time, innit?
Yeah, done already. Come on, big up
Yeah,
Maxta
man.
always.
All right, boom. Yeah, so guys, listen, I think we're done now. It's about 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, I think we've covered everything. So yeah, but yeah, like yeah, so big up MaxStar for pulling up. And yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
listen,
it,
man.
guys.
Hey, random question. Why am I blocked, fam?
Who's that? Who's that there?
Run it back, bitch, don't tell me nothing. 20 stacks, rashes keep on coming. Living large, know my payroll's up. At the bar, I throw away those ones.